Those who described her from either first or second-hand knowledge give on the whole a consistent picture. Her hair, they say, was short and black. Her complexion, dark. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about a character that we know very little of besides the legends that we have seen in movies and maybe some other TV shows, guys. We are talking about who the real Joan of Arc was. And I'm going to reveal to you that she was not the person that Caucasians have presented to the entire world as. She's not a pale-skinned Caucasian. She's not a fair-skinned, no. I'm going to reveal to you that she was a swarthy person, okay, of a dark brown complexion, guys. Very powerful stuff, okay. It's very important that the Negro starts to go through history and see how much lies we have been told by the elites of the Caucasian race and all the other races who are in compliance with the Caucasian deception, guys. Yeah. So let's start with this book about Joan of Arc on the screen, called Saint Joan of Arc, published by Victoria Sackville, guys. This book was published in the year 1936, guys. Yes, Saint Joan of Arc. She was the patron saint of France, guys. Okay, legendary character. If you've watched some movies, some old movies in the 90s and maybe early 2000s, I haven't actually seen any modern day, depictions of her on film though. It's been a long time since I've seen any films, okay? So let me show you guys this quick Google search of Joan of Arc. Is a patron saint of France, honored as a defender of the French nation for her role in the siege of Orleans and her insistence on the coronation of Charles VII of France during the 100-Year War, okay? So look down here. I want you guys to see the name, the actual name of Joan of Arc, okay? Her full name was what? Jean or Jeanne. I sometimes call it Jean, but you can also call it Jeanne. Jeanne d'Arc. Very important, okay? Look at the name of her siblings. Jeanne d'Arc. And this one as well, Pierre d'Arc. She has other ones as well, but I want you to focus, for the purpose of this video, focus on these two people right here. Jean d'Arc, which is Joan of Arc's elder brother, and Pierre d'Arc, which is her younger brother, guys. You're going to learn some very important stuff about these two people along with their sister, Jeanne d'Arc. So apparently the real person was born January 6th. 1412, and then unfortunately she was burned as a heretic, guys, on May 30th 1431, which means she lived about 19 years, guys. 19 or 20 years, okay? So she didn't live very long. Let's see what this book says about Joan of Arc, how she is described, okay? Let's see. We're going to page 4. So let me start from right here. The point I want to make is down below, but I want to start from right here. There is enough romance and to spare in the facts of her life, talking about Joan of Arc, guys, without inventing also the legend of China, shepherdless leanings of her crook. Jean was not made of China, nor, except in poetic legend, was she ever much of a shepherdess. Better and truer to see her prosaically, sensibly, and logically as herself would have wished to be seen, without embellishment or what, or false claim. So this guy that is writing this book, he doesn't want to embellish, he wants to portray Joan of Arc as she actually was. So let's see what it says next. Those who described her from either first or second-hand knowledge give on the whole a consistent picture, okay? They all agree that this is her description here. Let's see what they say. Her hair, they say, was short and black. Her complexion, what is complexion, guys? The color of your skin, guys, okay? I'm going to show you guys in a clip. First, American Dictionary of the English Language. This book was published in the year 1828. This is volume 1, okay? I want us to see the definition of the word complexion in this book, okay? You can see complexion right here. Complexion means what? The color of the skin, particularly of the face, the color of the external part of the body or thing. There you have it, guys. That is the meaning of the word complexion. Color of your body or your thing, guys, okay? The color of your skin in this case. So her complexion was what? Dark and sunburnt. as might be expected. Now let's keep going. You might say, oh, sunburnt, that means she's a bit tan. Well, let's keep going, guys. Look at this. The author of the first part of King Henry VI makes her refer to herself as what? Black and swarth. Guys, once again, I'm going to show you the definition of the word swarth or swarthy. Here it is. Okay, so now we are in this book, guys, An American Dictionary of the English Language by Noah Webster. I am reading volume 2. This book comes in 2 volumes. There's 1 and 2 only. This is volume 2, guys. So guys, we have gone to the definition of the words swarthy. Okay, before we get to swarthy, let's see the definition of some of the words above. Let's start with this one. Swarth, right here. Can you see swarth? Let's see what it means, guys. Okay, we're gonna read from number 1. Being of a dark hue, moderately black, tawny. The word tawny also means swarthy as well, guys. Think of the word tawny as a lighter shade of a dark color. Okay, like for example, you may have some light-skinned Africans today. Those light-skinned Africans would be called tawny people, while the darker-skinned ones are the true swarthy people. But guess what? They are both swarthy. Okay, swarthiness. Swarthiness means what? Look at what it means. It means a dusky or dark complexion. Very important that we realize this. Now we are in the word swarthy. I want you to see what it says. It says swarthy, being of a dark hue or dusky complexion. Tawny, in warm climates, the complexion of men is universally swarthy or black. So when you hear the word swarthy, you are saying black. Okay, a black person is swarthy. Okay, so here is the second definition of the word swarthy. Here it is. Number 2. What is it? Black. As the swarthy African. So Africans are swarthy people. Okay, the word swarthy means black. Very important that you understand this definition. Okay, so let's move forward now. There you have it, guys. Did you see that definition? Swarthy means what? Black as the swarthy African. Why? Because Joan of Arc was not the pale-skinned Caucasian that we have all been brainwashed and manipulated to believe that she was through Hollywood and other forms of media, guys. Okay, this is not a pale-skinned person that is being described. Her hair was short and black. Come on, guys, connect the dots. Short and black, that sounds very much like, you know, what Negro women's hair is. Okay, it's very difficult for Negro women to grow, you know, long hair like Caucasians or other races. She had a short and black hair. It doesn't give us the texture of the hair, it's true, but short and black tells you one thing. Hey, this is not a blonde person. This is not a redhead. These colors are consistent with the Negro race, especially when you consider the fact that she was referred to as being what? Black and swarth. Dark skin. Okay, remember what swarthy means? Black as the swarthy African. This is not a white person being described here, guys. Before we proceed, I want you guys to see this person as well. Okay, so after Joan of Arc died on May 30th 1431, okay, she died in 1431. Why am I telling you this? Because after she died, there was an imposter, guys, an imposter who coincidentally had the same first name as Joan of Arc. Remember what her name was? Jeanne d'Arc, guys. I want you guys to see this. Look at this. So this is the person. This person's name is what? Jeanne d'Armosis. I can't pronounce it properly, but I think that's how it is, okay? She was also known as Claude d'Armosis. So for the purpose of this video, we will go by her second name, Claude, okay? Whenever you see the name Claude in this video, and I'll make sure you are aware, you need to realize that we are not talking about the real Joan of Arc. We are talking about her imposter, Claude, okay? She was presented as being Joan of Arc from 1434 to 1440. Remember, the real Joan of Arc died when? 1431. She was born as a heretic in 1431. So this person right here, Claude, is not the real Joan of Arc, guys, but she's an imposter. It's very important to keep that in mind, because when you are trying to pretend to be someone, at the very least you have to look like that person, okay? So we're gonna see how this imposter Claude looks like, okay? And we're gonna see what that has to do with how the original Joan of Arc, Jeanne d'Arc, actually looked like, guys. Very powerful stuff for us to learn right here. So here we are in this book. It's called Joan of Arc. It was published by Grace James in 1910, guys. Okay, this is a book written before World War I. I want you guys to understand how long ago this book was. Over 100 years now. Let's see what it says about Joan of Arc. So here we are on page 108. Let me zoom right in. Okay, so check out what this section of the book says. The times being ripe, there was not lacking any ambitious spirits, anxious to profit by the opportunities presented. In the month of May 1436, remember, Joan died when? 1431. So this is 1426. Joan of Arc, the real one at least, is dead. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. In May 1436, there appeared at a place called La Grande Oux. I cannot pronounce it, guys. It's a French word, sorry. Near Metz. And then a young woman calling herself the Maid of France and asking to speak with various lords of the town who happened to be there. Who she was, where she came from, and who brought her, these things remain unknown. But it seems that her real name was what? Claude, guys. This is the imposter. This is not the real Joan of Arc. At this time in May 1436, Joan of Arc had died at least 5 years prior, guys. Okay, so this is not her. Okay, but remember, this person is trying to pretend to be the real Joan of Arc, guys. Okay, so now this book is about to describe this woman, and we're going to see the comparisons between how she is and how the real Joan of Arc looked, guys. Okay, very powerful stuff right here. Let's keep going. She appeared to be about 25 years of age, which is powerful because Joan of Arc was 19 when she died. This person appears to be about 25 years of age, and she was strong and of a brown complexion, guys. What does complexion mean? The color of the skin. I've showed you guys before, and I'll show you guys again. This imposter was of a brown complexion, brown colored skin, tall, and in a man's dress, as had been the real Joan of Arc. Did you get that? Did you catch that, guys? Okay, telling you that this imposter, although she wasn't really Joan of Arc because the real one had died like 5 years prior, she matched the description of Joan of Arc. She had the same brown color of skin that the real Joan of Arc had. She was tall and she wore men's clothes, as had been the real Joan of Arc, guys. Telling you that Joan of Arc had brown colored skin, guys. The color of the Negro race. Okay, we are brown people. Even though the world calls us black, we know we're not actually black. I'm not black. Look at me. I'm a brown man, guys. Okay. Once again, confirming that this was not a Caucasian woman. All that nonsense we've been shown all our lives, that everyone in Europe was white. It's a filthy lie, guys. Filthy lie. Okay. And as we keep going on, we're going to uncover all the hidden truths that the Caucasian elites and all the other Gentiles who are working with them are hiding from the Negro, the truth of history. Okay, so let's keep going. I want to show you guys one more book before I end this video. Another book on Joan of Arc. This one is called Joan of Arc, the Maid of Orleans, by Thomas James. I can't pronounce that last name. Zisserly, something like that though. This is volume 1 of 3. Apparently this book comes in 3 volumes. Okay, this book was published in the year 1841, guys, so well over 100 years. Look at that, 1841. Okay, let's see what this book says about Joan of Arc. Okay, so here we are on pages 164. Right here in this book, guys, we are going to see how Joan of Arc's siblings are described. Let's see the description of the siblings will match what Joan of Arc was described in the previous books, guys. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's start right here on page 164. You know what, let's start from page 163 right here, guys. Okay, I think it's best we start from this side where it says with some rude tools. Okay, so let's read this section. So this is talking from the point of view of Joan of Arc's brother. Remember, her name was Jean or Jeanette, I guess is one of the ways you can call her. Look at what it says. With some rude tools of carpentry, he was just engaged in finishing a chest or cupboard for his sister, who? Jeanette. Jeanette is Joan of Arc, guys. That's her right there. Look at this. Intended to match, or as he said, to surpass one made long ago for his mother, and again to be exceeded when in the long winter nights he should be able to commence another for the parent he loved, lest she would think he prized even his